Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? This is Ryan Date, aka Date Ryan Sama on Twitter. We've got all five of us back for the new year. All five of us. I'm excited about it. So we've got Goose the Truth with us. That's my big brother. Travis, that is. Over there is Ed, and Edwin. Up there is Black by Nature. That's Dean. And over here is Nobunaga Dano, and that's Tommy. And here we are meeting again in 2021 as the pillars for the Hashira Podcast, talking all that anime and nerd stuff. So I want to say it first. Happy New Year. Hope that this new year is going to be good to you and great to you. Is that right? Man? You know, 2020 was an interesting year, right, to say the least. So now that we're in 2021, we're looking forward to some good things, some great things, and hoping that you're doing the same. So real quick, just want to get back to reading some comments from people who have been watching and viewing with us and joining themselves in our conversations. And so this one comes from Vaughn Brooks, and I had to read this one. It says, my favorite teacher and student relationship is Master Asia and Domon from G Gundam, I believe, G Gundam. Ooh. And that's a good one that we missed in that episode, and that was our masters and students conversation. That's our last episode. You should check that out if you haven't done so already. But I had to make sure I read his comment because he's the one who actually gave me the idea for the topic. He actually hit me up and was like, bro, you should totally talk about masters and students in your podcast. And I said, I don't see why not. So thank you, Vaughn, for giving us that. And now we're just going to get to it. So now we just want to talk about some important moments in anime for 2020. And we know that 2020 kind of held off on a lot of stuff because of, like, you know, the coronavirus, COVID-19 kind of slowed up a lot of production when it came to anime. But still, there were some moments that stuck out. I know my moment. So we're going to wait on that. And I'm going to let somebody else start. So somebody else, let me know what's going on.
I'm going to jump straight to ReZero.
Okay.
I want to talk about, so, you know, we get this instance of, we understand that Subaru is able to, he has this power to be able to, when he dies, it just goes back to a specific point in time. And for quite some time, he gets like this learning experience in the first season. In the second season now, everything seems like it's all hunky-dory until it comes back again to haunt him. I guess this is like a reoccurring thing that they're going to be doing season by season. I'm very happy to see that it happened again. Where it was triggered was now he's in this village and he's trying to get everybody out and to get everybody to trust him. And by doing so, he knows he has to have a certain amount of people to come with him. But every single time he tries to either get to the house to stop some people from killing a certain person, either somebody in the village just doesn't trust him to let him leave and they kill him right there to restart it, or he actually makes it to the house and somebody new in the house kills him.
You know what that is? That actually made it to I was watching another like list for like top anime moments of 2020, and that actually made the list. So I
did?
Yeah, I kind of find it funny that you came out with that. But I knew that you were watching ReZero, and anybody else who's been following the podcast knows that Travis has been definitely watching ReZero and enjoying ReZero for a lot of the concepts and the way that it's been done. So I'm not surprised that that's what you start off with here. And it is kind of very interesting, I think, when like it's very Inception-y. Like, I don't know if you guys like watched Inception. Like, it reminds me of that, the way that he's caught in the daggone loop. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. So I'm not surprised it made it to the list. It was actually, when I was watching it, was kind of like a brain situation. I was like, wait, what? And every time you think he's gonna make it, something happens. I'm like, no.
And in the most worst way.
Yeah.
And in the worst way. The guy, the way he dies is horrible every single time.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Unfortunately, I never read that, so I can't really chime in on that. Kind of sucks.
Yeah, I never heard that anime either.
I encourage.
Yeah. I heard, just never read.
No, check it out. It's definitely dope. It's definitely dope.
I'll take you guys' word for it. You
that
guys
was actually,
Kogia,
I think,
so.
One of the biggest animes of 2020.
That was like a long time ago, but you know.
That was like a long time ago.
Listen.
I gotta give it to you, Travis. You 2 for 2 in recommendations.
Come on.
For like what you put on like the top.
Listen, all I'm saying is this though. It's not the Hashira Podcast, no matter if it's 2020 or 2021, if we don't say Code Geass in the episode.
Here we go.
Let's go. Anybody else got a moment they want to shout out?
Yeah, I got a moment. My moment is the dude from Fire Force, Charon, I think his name is.
Yo,
when
that
he
character is so good.
He's wild.
Yeah, no,
He's wild.
he's beast. But
That
in season
walk.
2, when the little kid started going nuts, he like fucking formed like this big ass fireball. And like, so when you watch the anime, they always like talk about like how good the third generations are and the people with the Adola blast. It's like I feel like the generation 2s might be a little slept on. But when he dropped that big ass spirit bomb fireball,
exactly,
he
spirit
just
bomb.
sucked that bad boy up. And when he shot it back out, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, yo, man, this dude is a beast. Because like I said, I thought he was just gonna absorb it, because the second generations, like, they can manipulate the fire, they can't really create it. So I thought he was just gonna do that, and then that was it. Because I'm like, nah, he can't. There's no way he can take like an ultimate blast from a fucking from a third generation.
Exactly,
And I think they turned the little kid into an Adola, right? Yeah, that's why they went to get him. So like the fact that he has, that strength of fire for him to just absorb it and just shoot it back out to save everybody. I was
But
like,
it
nah,
was
this dude,
wild. That
he
was-
got it.
He was what, one of the pillars, right? For the
Kaizo.
Adola,
No. Wait, who? You talking about the kid or the
the
guy?
little kid. His name
Yeah.
is was it Nutaku or something like that?
So, yeah, I don't
That was
remember
been a while
his
ago when I
name.
read that, but
No, that,
yeah, I remember
But
he's like
yeah.
one
He
of, like, the
becomes
main
one,
people.
yeah, because he started getting flashbacks of the dude with the stars in his eyes when he was, because
that hyper dude. whatever his name was.
yeah, because he was always trying to like live up to like his parents' expectations. The little
right.
kid.
For sure.
So
And
he
the
like
crazy part is like that whole moment. And again, since we were already talking about Fire Force in another episode, you can go back and check that out if you want. Viewers, like, we were talking about Fire Force, we were talking about how good it looks. You got to see the moment. Like, it is something like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, like
the
Travis was saying,
animation.
the sound effects.
Yeah, the whole thing was
top tier.
bananas when that thing happened.
So
I was like,
good.
what is happening? Because like
I had to watch for scenes of Charon when he was yelling "walk." I was like, "This dude is ridiculous." And I wanted to add to the Fire Force thing really quickly was that dude Juggernaut versus what's that girl's name? Orochi. When he finally gained his confidence. And, to save the girl.
Oh yeah. Tamaki and
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Yes.
that scene was great.
Yes, that joint was
Yeah.
wild. That joint was wild. Nah, that joint was wild.
Yeah. He remind me of Zenitsu.
Zenitsu?
Oh,
Yeah.
Zenitsu from Demon Slayer.
Don't get me started
You
on
know,
how
it's
much I despise
like he's
that
beast.
character.
He's beast. That his
That
power is really
whining
good, but he's
crybaby.
always whining and crying. But then like when he, I guess, puts aside all that whininess, like he's really OP.
All the whining.
Yeah, but
it's just
yeah,
the
you were-
whining for me.
Yeah.
I feel like he thought he was gonna die. I feel like that guy thought he was. I don't even think he was really sure.
He was willing to die for her though, because I guess he likes her, right? He has some type of
Yeah.
affection for her. Yeah.
All right, so boom.
she always freaking getting naked and shit for no reason. I mean,
That's great.
that's
That's
right.
great for fairy tale, yo.
oh god, man, it's hilarious though.
And I like the Ogun scene. That's the dude with the tattoos, right?
Yeah.
I forgot who they were fighting. Damn, that's such a while ago. But anyways, that dude's a beast. And I remember his scene was really great, man. He finally showed his abilities and all that stuff too. I really enjoyed that. And I'm only catching these clips of anime. I'm not really fully watching it, but those certain things I have to pick out because I just think these things are very impactful. And I have to see it for what it is.
So, damn, Tom, you ain't watch. So, did Ed, Fire Force? Did you get to watch the opening that I was talking about?
I'm way further than any of you guys are.
Boy, I know
I
that.
probably didn't watch the opening, but I mean, they don't really touch on that topic or anything.
No.
They don't-
Because I remember what I told you. What they was trying to imply with Joker.
Yeah,
and
I know what you're talking about.
Right. I'm
And,
just the other captain with the eye patch.
Yeah,
But
the
they,
first,
in the opening,
first
Maurice.
squad.
Talking
Right,
about the
you know how
beast. Don't talk
Yeah,
about
bro.
Burns like that, bro.
Man.
Dude's OD, bro.
Yo.
Dude's OD, bro.
Yeah, but throughout the season, they don't really say anything
Next-
about those two. So
I think
I
next
feel like
season
that
will
theory's
probably
still
be
up in the air.
Next season will probably be the best season for Fire Force.
I mean, I guess we'll see. I'm looking forward to it because, like, we said this on the Fire Force episode for real, but like, season 1 was okay, but then season 2,
that was mid.
season 2,
Season 3 is ridiculous. I'm
two is
sure
great.
it will be.
My bad.
Oh
I
man.
did though. I did. I like season 1.
No, season 1 wasn't even
It's just him
bad.
crying. I want to be a hero. I want to be a hero. Call my name and I'll save you. Oh God.
Shonen.
Shonen. Oh man.
Right.
I think Kadeem, you would say yours, right?
I was gonna say mine. Nah, I was just gonna say something, but never mind.
You was gonna say something. Okay.
Go ahead. I want to hear yours though.
So nah, but seriously, Kadeem, like, what is your 2020 anime moment? Because I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
The 2020 anime moment that I'm picking is Zoro getting his third sword. The sword from, was it Hiyori? Enma. And the reason why I'm picking this moment is because Oda has a habit of leaving Easter eggs for my fault. That he has a habit of leaving Easter eggs for you to go back to previous episodes to watch, and to go and look at the little clues and the clues that he leaves behind. Now, the backstory of Enma, I believe Enma itself means like the guard of hell or the destroyer of hell. One of the two. I'm not 100% sure. Let me
Pause real quick. Gotta ask my Naruto aficionado. Yo, Ed, Enma is the Monkey King, right?
Oh yeah, what's his name? The third.
Okay.
No, not Menma.
Menma.
Menma when he uses the staff. The third.
Yeah, the third Hokage. All right,
Yeah.
my bad. All right, cool.
But-
Go, Kadeem. I
No,
forgot
because
about that.
hold on a minute,
hold
because
up.
Enma in DBZ was the guardian between like heaven and
Yeah,
hell as well,
yes,
right?
yes.
He was the one who passed judgment.
King Enma. Yes.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's another thing. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. It's
Enma
bad.
is something else.
the god of
DBZ.
death
DBZ
who guards hell, and they
Okay.
also said that's who he decides if you go to heaven or hell.
Yeah. And so, yep, King Enma.
And he was
That
pretty
was
much the
his
same
sword?
shit in Hakusho. Koenma's dad
Yeah,
was
Koenma.
Enma.
Yes.
Yeah, Koenma, right,
Oh,
exactly.
Man, we out here making
Right.
big brain connections. All right, sorry.
All right.
It all leads back to Togashi, man. That's crazy.
Togashi. Yeah.
Made whatchamacallit,
Well, keep
right?
it
You
going,
Hakusho?
bro.
But not. Oh,
Yeah,
go
All
ahead.
right.
Tell us, Kadeem, what's up? Oh man.
Yeah, like I said, Enma means the god of death, who guards hell. So basically, it's he chooses whomever that passes on to whoever that goes to heaven or hell. Now, and so basically, it's like a demonic reference. And if you go back and you see like Zoro's fighting style,
Yeah.
it's like Ashura. And then every time like he does like a move, in the new world, he always have like this dark presence, like this dark aura around him. His eyes turn red. They're saying that being that his right eye that's closed off,
Just left.
right?
Is this right?
Whichever
I think it's
eye.
Yeah, my
it
bad.
is.
I don't remember.
It doesn't matter. Whichever eye's closed up, they say once he opens it, that's some type of demonic being that he's holding back or something like that. Like I said, that's what I hear.
That's true though. Like he has like the onigiri,
Yeah,
and all
right,
that
the
stuff.
onigiri, exactly. So
Do you think that necessarily, like, is it just cool because you feel like it's consistent? Like, he has demon techniques, a lot of like you said, onigiri, stuff like that, oni, ashtra. He has a lot of these techniques that are based in like martial arts. Then they also kind of are coherent with the abilities he has for him to get a sword that is governing both. Like, if you get into either side, like, you feel like that's just cool because, I mean, first of all, I'm a Zoro fan. Zoro's
Yeah, word.
the best.
It's what led him to having the sword. Now, one of the Easter eggs that Oda left behind was, I believe it was a map. Well, this was in a manga, but this caught up. This was in one of the panels. Zoro is reading a map, and on the top left corner, it says Enma. That's one, and another one is where him and Hiyori was hiding from Orochi's army or whoever that Orochi sent to find them, to kill him, whatever. That shrine itself was named Enma.
Oh,
And as Mihawk stated, in order to level up the sword to a black blade sword, you have to have a strong connection with the sword. So it's just that him referring that Zoro hiding in a shrine, the name is Enma. The map that he's reading, Enma, is basically leading him to having the sword Enma, and him training that's with that sword now to level up to a black sword. Basically, it's like leading that he's going to do that. Right. Wano Ichimonji. Thank you, Tommy.
But I do believe that that's going to be the next Black Blade. I mean, it has to be.
It has to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like it's a foreshadow too. That's
right.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. No, that's dope.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's one thing I could give credit to Oda. Like, when he sets up his Easter eggs for you to figure out what's gonna happen, what he's leading to.
I'm sorry. The reason I'm laughing, let me tell you why. Listen, if you're One Piece and anything takes as long as it takes in One Piece, any foreshadow that finally comes to a head is gonna be important, bro. If, like you said, 30 episodes ago,
appreciate
For episode 1 is gonna the last episode is gonna be like in episode 1.
I'm not.
We
There'll be
did
some
wait a
reference
long
from
ass
there.
time to like discover what D meant, for the gold.
course.
For gold.
Honestly,
Wait,
it
do-
just might.
PD.
They still haven't said anything about that? The will of the D and stuff like that?
They have been talking about it. They just mentioned it recently, actually.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's further ahead.
Yeah, so but I'm just saying, I was just saying that as a joke. I gotta make my One Piece jokes.
No, but you're right. It does take a long. But I guess it's because I want to do. I guess
20 plus years.
if I'm older, it's like I want to do.
Still no
this,
answers.
But I want to set it. I want to play
Tons
the
of
long
answers.
game. I want to play the long game as much as possible.
Yeah, but
Oh, no, there is
honestly-
an answer.
But honestly, when you get your answers and like you're keeping up with the anime or manga,
Amazing.
and you do like little researches on the Easter eggs that you see, you're just like, nah, like that's crazy, because he throws in little mythologies of gods and Japanese sayings and Buddhist gods and stuff like that. So it's kind of good and educating that he does that. But granted, yes, he takes a long time.
I mean, but it's the setup that makes it worth it. Like you said, it's the payoff. If you weren't following all these things all the way up to this point, obviously it wouldn't be as cool. Especially like, I think the one of the things that stuck out to me the most, you were just saying, is literally how it's a build up. And it's based off of a conversation that was had with Mihawk, who is the greatest swordsman in the land. I don't care what no one says. Debate me on it in the comments. Anyway, if he says you got to have a relationship with, relationship with your Black Blade in order to make it evolve to that level. Now we get to see the progression for Zoro to make it happen. And I like when that happens for people who are in the main cast. You know what I'm saying? We get to actually see this important kind of build up to a moment, and because it's been drawn out, it was bigger. So now, like when you said it, I'm over here like, wait, yo, he's right. I was like, wait, oh, that's wild. Like, I didn't notice it at first. So
this honestly, this closes the gap. This broadens the gap with the whole, Sanji and Zoro, power scaling. Because now, honestly, with this power that Zoro gets, I don't think.
I mean, it was Zoro OD, bro.
Well, I think they kind of stopped that.
Wait, you say you can't have the
level-
discussion of the Sanji and Zoro?
Sanji and Zoro, yeah.
Thought his suit's supposed to be beast though.
His suit's supposed to be beast.
No, I
That
think
new suit is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy.
You see, like we have the conversation. I don't
really think that
We
now.
can.
You think that this is
No. The reason why I say this is because look, here's one way. Now, when they say pirates of the worst generation, who's brought up? Killer.
The captains.
Yeah, the captain.
Okay, but mind you, Zoro is in there too.
Zoro's in there too.
Because he's
Sanji's not there.
Because he's a part of the Straw Hat crew.
Oh, okay, but granted. So why
they're all.
isn't anyone? No.
No.
Every time they bring up Zoro,
they do bring up Zoro.
look it up.
Dang,
They
Zoro
do. They bring
beast,
up Zoro.
man.
Yo,
They bring up
Sanji's
everybody.
not there.
But
Zoro is.
also, Zoro is considered the right-hand man of that
But
crew.
they're not bringing up
Is
every
the
single right-hand man.
But they don't bring everybody else's right hand man though.
They're not bringing up every single right hand man.
They are
every
not.
Single right-hand man is
They
They
don't.
brought up
Nah.
Kid's right-hand man, right? Which is Killer.
You're talking
That's
with
Tommy, but they're not bringing up every single right hand man. Like
they only
certain
bring up the ones that are
right-hand
important.
men
That's what he's saying. They bring up the ones that are relevant to powers
Right.
at the time. So it makes sense to bring up Killer because of who Killer is. Makes sense to
Right.
bring up Zoro because he's God.
Correct.
So like we
I
understand
think
that.
Killer's
'Cause
actually not that great.
I mean, let's based off of like lore, he may not be great when we see him, but maybe he holds weight in what's going on in some situation,
off
whatever it
screen
is.
of what we're not seeing, right?
So-
yeah,
yeah, exactly,
Otis
so-
does that too.
Oda's with Blackbeard.
Oda's big on behind
With
the
Blackbeard.
scenes. Even though you're not seeing it, I'm still doing
He's
something
great.
that you're not.
Yeah, Blackbeard. He's great behind scenes.
So I mean, I think
he's
we've had the
great
conversation. I think
on
Blackbeard is
scene
great.
as well.
Yeah, I think he's great in on scene,
The dude
off
is the-
scene, also. He's pretty dope. But I'm a Zoro fan, so I'm here for all this.
Yeah, we need that for another discussion.
I'm here for this.
He's
But
so great.
we will bring that back up. As a matter of fact, listen, you guys know on here on Hashira Podcast, we get into some stuff, and you guys saw it first. So now we're gonna have to do the One Piece, the Straw Hat Pirate power conversation, and I'm here for it because I know Zoro's the best, since they won't let him actually fight
for
anything.
another time.
But when we're getting into this real quick, I gotta save my moment, and then we're gonna get on, I guess, like outro way, I guess, and I'm gonna name up the honorable mentions. We probably talk about those just a little bit, for sure.
Can I just add on to Kadeem's real quick?
Oh, sure, go ahead, bro.
Yeah,
Which was Kaido one shot and Luffy. It's huge. And that just goes to show that the main character is not OP.
What? He is OP.
One.
You're wildin'. Continue.
There are people that are ridiculously way stronger than him.
That doesn't make him not OP. Continue.
And he's not OP.
What?
He's not.
Luffy's
But
not
anyways, nah, hell no.
I just remember that people were going against me when I said that Usopp had hockey, but I'll leave that there as well.
It's evident since Dressrosa that Usopp had hockey.
Right, but y'all was going against me when I was saying that.
Because the character is
Hold
not.
up. Let's save the One Piece. Let's save the One Piece. We could do this. We could do this, and I'm here for it. I'm here for the One Piece foolishness and debauchery. But let me, like, real quick, I just want to say this, like you're right.
I think I need to add my moment though.
You're right.
Unless
though.
you want to go.
No.
I
I was actually gonna say on base of what you said. I think that was wild. What that did was, I think it solidified the fact that there's a long way to go before the Straw Hat Pirates get to really step to people who are on Kaido's level. That's what that did for me. Because it was like, we saw Luffy get all the strength he has. All this was really cool to watch. And he fought Kaido. It looked like he was doing something until Kaido was like, all right, cool. Bang. And just like knocks him into a wall. He hits the wall so hard that he bounces off, comes back, rolls on the foot, lands in front of him, and is KO'd. Like that stuck in my brain for a while. That joint was wild, man. And it was animated so well. That's another thing too I wanted to say. Even when Kadeem was talking about his moment, and now that Tommy brings up this one, it's still wild to me to see this, the animation. One Piece looks really good right now. Like, it's the animation.
Yeah, Funimation's doing a great job.
It looks absolutely fantastic right now. So to see that was just, yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, because they had got the whole new art director when the whole Wano thing started.
Yeah,
I think it's the person that
it looks good.
I'm not that did Dragon Ball Super the movie with Broly.
Oh, for real? It looks good.
Same person.
It looks good.
I don't know who he is, but I know they got a whole new art guy.
No, it looks.
They started Wano.
I'm gonna. I guess
Yeah,
give my
so nobody's
moment.
bringing up
Now wait, Tommy's about to go. Tommy's about to go, man.
Oh, okay.
No, anybody bring up what?
I was wondering if anyone's gonna bring up Attack on Titan.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like nothing crazy
I
happened.
have mixed feelings about Attack on Titan right now.
Same.
Well, I knew I would, but no, actually, my moment would be the revealing of Gojo's powers.
Yes, come on, Tom. You know I was gonna come
So,
on, man. You know I was gonna say that one. Come on.
This anime is fast tracking itself to the top. It is so good the way that they put this together, and it's like it's not a very unique anime or manga. I feel like it's taking a lot of different aspects from others,
Yeah.
and putting it together. But just like what's a Demon Slayer? You know, just pretty much it killed last year. Pretty much on top. The manga sales were off the charts. And you haven't seen any other manga do something like that in a very long time. I mean, it actually beat One Piece. So One Piece is like probably been at the forefront for the longest. But JJK is like right there, and it's pretty much like following the same trend that Demon Slayer was. And even in a COVID-filled year, it did extremely well. But anyways, yeah, Gojo's ability, that whole fight right there was amazing. Like just his powers and his ability, and then he just pulls that guy's head right off, right at the end of the fight.
But come on, Tom. You gotta go through the whole thing, man. You gotta go through that whole moment was bananas. Gojo is so beast. Like, oh my, he literally said.
Before, what do y'all? What's the name of the anime y'all talking about?
Oh no, well, this is big
Kaisen.
spoilers. Wait, shh. These are spoilers, kidding. You ain't catch up. So
So say that.
These spoilers. It's Jujutsu Kaisen. So like, yo, when my man said that you can't touch me because there's an infinity between us,
Oh, the
I love how
infinity,
they
yeah.
started that. That was so good to start with that conversation when he started fighting as he is affectionately dubbed Volcano Head. When he starts fighting him, right? He says that to him, and you
Gojo
think
and
it's a
Jogo.
joke. You think it's a joke until he really explains to him that that's what's happening, and he controls that sort of space and time to a place where he shifts, where you get caught in realities and stuff like that. It is bananas. And so, first of all, the animation for this moment is so good. Like, it is so good. It's so good. Like, it's amazing. So I love the way that they did the textures for the backgrounds, how they made use of like the reality looking things plus the animation still going on, and how it worked and how it was animated. But he really like puts the fingers up and like,
And you see,
yo,
that whole infinity thing is not even truly his ability. It's like when he brings up his area, it's the way he explained it was just like you have all the information. It's just like so much information at one time that you can't even function.
because it's infinite
And
energy.
he's just-
It's
and he's-
infinite
yeah,
space.
and he's
It's
just
infinite
he's
space.
just stuck there.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What's the difference between his ability and gosh, what's the
Don't-
dude's
don't say
brother's
Suki
name
now.
from
Oh.
the dude's brother's name from Fire Force.
Oh, okay. All right. So
So
Show stops time and has time manipulation abilities based off of the way things work in the Fire Force universe. Now,
yeah, show
Gojo,
is strictly just time.
yeah, Gojo's ability is not time, Travis. It is literally the control of reality and space and those things
That's
that are inherent in it. And I think that's what it is based on what we saw so far. I don't read the manga, so I can't go into depth.
Was it like
But,
a Tsukiyomi zone?
It's okay, almost. So think of it like this. So because he can control space and all those things, if you can't like touch him because of that space that he can manipulate between the two of you. Not only that, when he puts you in his domain, like Tommy was saying, you get so much information that it overloads your senses.
Yeah,
That you
from
get
what I remember,
stuck.
he said
You get
he said
stuck in
something
that.
like he can see everything, he can hear. At first, he's like, I can't see or hear anything. And all of a sudden, he's like, oh, I can actually see and hear everything. But it
it's
just
too
became
much.
so much to the point where it's just like it's over. And it kind of reminded me of that fight in Bleach, Mayuri versus Zael Aporo or whatever his name.
Yeah, I was thinking
Fought
that
him
too.
with that drug.
It's very
Right.
much like it reminds me of that, and so like the guy gets stuck in this like this realm, pretty much. Well, his domain, right? So if you watch Jujutsu Kaisen, you know if you make your domain come out, it's because like this is your spatial area in which all of your abilities are pushed to the max, and your best ability will always be guaranteed to hit as long as you're the strongest person in this domain, right? So Gojo puts his domain on inside the other guy's domain, so it smokes him automatically because he's the strongest person in the domain.
Yeah, well,
Like,
that was
just
nuts.
sets it off and goes, all right, no, you ain't strong enough, bro. And the whole time he's doing this, he's not even worried. He knows how much better he is than this person that he's
How do you
telling.
just bring your student and just like,
Yo!
yo, just
Yeah,
chill right
that
here
part was
and
nuts.
watch, bro.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
And the main character, he's like, yo, this dude's level is like off the charts, talking about the enemy.
And Gojo's
and
like,
then
he's weak.
Gojo's like, this dude's weak.
It's
And
crazy.
just-
It's
is,
crazy.
You
Oh
read,
my
right?
gosh.
Tom, you're reading still?
yeah, I do.
Is there a lot coming up? Because I
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
it's.
Oh, no,
okay.
there's-
I had
there's
this
a ton of
notion
shit.
that it was like gonna be one of those short anime. I think that's what I was saying in the other one in the other
Yeah.
episodes. It felt like it was gonna be a short anime.
But that
Think
point where
so?
he just puts his hand on that dude's head and he just takes it right off. and
Bro,
just gets
it
rid of
literally
I'm
like
yo,
why
what
the guy
fuck?
is stuck and just takes it. Just rips like that. Ah, yo. And first off, the man is on. He's Kakashi 2.0 because the rap comes off and the man is too handsome. The man is too handsome.
Yo, those glittery blue eyes.
Yo, it's
just
too
killing.
much. It's too much. I know so many
yeah.
female anime watchers who are just like, but his eyes though, and I'm just like, oh, here we go. Here
But I'm
we
glad
go.
you brought that up as well because obviously he is modeled after a character from Naruto.
I think so.
And then when you
You think it's
oh no,
obvious?
for sure, it's easy to say that or see that.
Mhm.
Also just the domain thing, I feel like he got from Yu Yu Hakusho, the Sensui saga.
I was
these
thinking
dudes
that
all
too
had
with the
their areas,
territories, with the
too.
territories, with the
Yeah,
territories. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yes.
It's a lot of good shonen references
That
in
makes it
Jujutsu
good.
Kaisen that makes it good.
I like it, though.
It's so much.
And like I
So
said,
much.
the anime and manga is really good, and I feel like the writer, in a way, he kind of just like looked at like great animes and like, yo, I'm taking this, I'm taking that, I'm taking this, and then boom,
And
This
you
is
get
what you
Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah,
Right.
I agree. Yeah, that's definitely one of the moments I was gonna put on the mention list if no one said it. That was getting said regardless because that
Wouldn't you
was
say that still, Wouldn't you
fantastic.
say it still have to be something? And this is not going into moments, but this is rather talking about the anime itself. Wouldn't you say that that's also something that the writer has to be careful with because you don't want to be labeled as a copycat?
Well, he's
Too
doing
much.
it so well right now that it's not a
Yeah.
problem. That's the thing. If you're doing it well, like you know, when no one wants to reinvent the wheel, you don't have to reinvent the wheel, but you can always add something in your work that makes it stand out, right? There are a bunch of cars that are created, but some cars look better or stand out or have more in them than other cars. And this anime is doing what it should be doing based off how the creator decided to pick and choose the spots he needs and put it into a world that's coherent and consistent, and it works well. And I think it looks.
I think if the anime was trash, then they would be calling him a phony.
Yes,
And
yes.
piece of shit.
Yeah, the anime is good so far.
And,
I'm enjoying it.
Just like Otis says, he was influenced a lot by the dude who made DBZ. I mean, nobody's really calling him a
What's his name?
copycat.
Akira?
But I don't notice that. with
Toriyama.
Otis, though.
What's his name? What's his name? What is it?
Akira Toriyama.
Oh yeah.
So he
Oh, okay.
mentioned it that the guy who wrote DBZ was a great influence, but nobody's over here calling Oda trash because he's created
No,
something
but
that's
that's
great.
because I don't see I'm not. It was okay. So when we even had the conversation, I don't want to linger on this too much because I know this is about 2020's best moments. When we even had the conversation, that they believe it was just Rayon and myself. It was like I was. What did I say? I was like, I feel like I'm watching this show, and I also feel like I'm watching this show, and I feel like I'm watching this show. You don't get that with One Piece. You know this is One Piece, even though he's heavily influenced. With this show, I feel like I'm watching Blue Exorcist. I feel like I'm watching Naruto. I feel like I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, this could be totally subjective, and I could be the only person thinking like this. But like,
those ideas cross my mind. Like I brought up the Yu Hakusho thing, but I look past that because the anime is just that good.
They're written in well, and what they do is so. The fact that they have a different premise, and we talked about this as well on that episode, and like you said, I don't want to stay on this too long. We talked about it in the episode and our premise, and the thing is because of these different anime that work together with the system that they have created, it works so well. It'll be different if they didn't have something that to give it basis or give it form. So the fact that they do this domain expansion, right, that looks like the territories in Yu Yu Hakusho, it's awesome because it fits in the way that they have explained abilities and curses in this world that they live in. The fact that they're a team of 3 with the captain technically, or the teacher who's above them, it works well because they've explained why this has to be this way in the school and why they got paired up as a group. And we see them, it reminds us of Naruto because it's a school-like environment with 1 person and 3 students, but we see why it makes sense in the world that they live in. Everything that they do fits where they are, even though we see it in other things, and that's why it works to me. It's a puzzle that makes sense without all of the foolishness when you lose that one piece and it doesn't work. That's what I think. That's what
I want to continue to watch it. I want to continue to watch it and see what just see how I feel about it. I'm curious.
Yeah, I only watched the first episode.
Yo, please watch it. It's
really?
Good.
Damn.
It's great.
It's
Good.
worth it.
It's worth
to watch.
My man
It's great,
Sakona,
and it's
Sakona
like, damn.
Beast. You gotta.
I
Oh,
have
Travis,
roller coaster.
you gotta watch more for Sakona, Travis, because man. Anyway, so I guess I'm gonna get into my moment to close us out because we went on the tangents and the rambles, and but my moment for 2020 is very simple. It was in the beginning of quarantine ish, I think, and what happened is that they had to find a replacement for the number 1 hero after he had retired, and when they did, they had to go by polls of popularity, but they couldn't just go by popularity. They also had to go by the strength of the heroes that were being represented, who were representing Japan, and therefore one name stands out above every other name in the top 10 list, and therefore he became the number 1 hero. His name is Endeavor. And he has been the number 2 hero for a long time. As a matter of fact, he is reference to him that he has been the number 2 hero since he was 19. He's so strong.
Dang.
That he was the number 2 hero since he was near not even in his 20s yet. And so he's been that strong and could never catch up to All Might ever, because All Might has always been ahead for his abilities and his talents, and therefore it always kept Endeavor behind him. And Endeavor was always struggling to catch up, and because he was struggling to catch up and never gave up his struggle, even messed around with his family. I don't agree with any of that stuff. I thought he was a jerk for most of the anime. However, it gets to this point where they give him a little redemption arc situation. And when they decide to give him this redemption arc situation, he comes out on top after they lead up to it by letting him talk to Shoto, which is his son, letting him talk to All Might trying to figure out some things after All Might retires and loses his abilities, and he realizes he can no longer chase after All Might and has to find his own identity and becomes the number one hero. And when he does, he finds support in people that believe in him, i.e. Hawks, who is the number 2 right now, and he is OD, but that's a whole nother conversation. So Shoto has to find, he has to fight, he has to fight a Nomu, and as Tom said in our first ever episode, it was a no-name Nomu.
Back to episode 1.
Wait, who's fighting
No
this
name,
Nomu?
no.
Endeavor is fighting the no-name Nomu. But it's a Nomu that is a higher level than every other Nomu that's ever been out. It's been after all the chests and all that stuff and all this, and it's super powerful. It can think on its own, regenerative powers, it's flying, it's super fast, all this other bullcrap. And Endeavor has to find a way to win and save the people around him because he has to show that he's the number one hero, because the episode beforehand literally put him on the top. It was the episode where they showed that. And so the fight between him and the Noble is my moment for 2020. As a matter of fact, I'm going to just call the moment Prominence Burn plus Ultra. That's going to be the moment that I pick because he literally burned that thing to all hell. And I don't think it's ever going to show up again. They're going to have to make a new Namu. They're going to have to start from scratch. They're going to have to figure out what to do because that was amazing. It was animated amazing. It was a wonderful moment, and it really showed how he was going to move and launch into the name of the episode is literally called His Start, and that's exactly what it did. It launches us into the era of his start, him being the number one hero. If you have not seen it, it's the end of the last season that has come out in anime, and it was probably the best thing I've seen that I've enjoyed in a long time in anime. Because yes, and you're damn right, Endeavor gotta wear this shirt, man, cause I gotta have this shirt on, man. It was such a good moment. It sat with me for a while. I must have watched episode 30 times when I first saw it.
I gotta watch it again.
I think what I gave was more so of a pertaining to episodes as opposed to a time. I want to give him a real moment, and the real moment I want to give is Rachel pushing.
Yes, that's on the list, Travis. It's on the list. F Rachel 2020. It's on the list.
That is the best moment.
F Rachel 2020. It gotta be there.
That's what he gets, man, for being a little.
You gonna call him a sim?
Moment.
You gonna call him a sim? Oh man.
Who calls him a sim?
Nah, you
I agree with Ed for that 100%.
That's what he gets, man. Freak. That leave me alone. He want to keep following her. You get pushed.
Oh man.
Great
No,
moment.
F Rachel 2020 definitely makes
Rachel.
the list. Definitely makes the list.
She's still a hating AB though.
She's
man.
still a hating AB. I said it and I meant it and I
that's
mean it.
funny.
What was that? How do they say that, Dr. Seuss? What was it? I said what I said. I said what I meant. And I meant what I said. The elephant's faithful 100%. Exactly. All that. I 100%. She's a hating AB. Anyway.
Doing what she got to do. She doing what she got to do.
Hey, she's still a hater. But for everybody who has not watched it, just a quick synopsis real quick. So what happens is there's this poor main character who decides that he's gonna try to find.
This
he's
dude
gonna
already
try
made
to
it
help
biased
out
out there.
this
Yeah,
character named Rachel who
This
found
poor
him,
character,
and they have a relationship and a bond based off of a past that was kind of short, but we don't know their real past. But he goes to try to help her and find her because she leaves him to go climb the Tower of God, which is the tower in which you climb it. It's the point of this whole kind of world and universe. You climb it, you get what you want, so forth and so on. He goes to find Rachel. He finds her. She gets hurt, quote unquote, and we think she's hurt and all that. So he's got everybody working on her behalf to help her get to the next level. And she gets up when they're in the water trying to get through her tests, and she's not supposed to be able to get up, and yeet. And push her off into the
That's
deep.
how the season ended, right?
Yeah. So
Phenomenal.
It was a good turn
Moment,
of events
Ellie.
for people who
How
don't
about
It's
read
been a
the
good year
manhwa.
for manhwas, man.
I didn't read the manhwa, and it was good. It was a good year for manhwas.
As long as they come up with solo, never mind.
So listen,
Solo leveling drops.
Go for 2.
everybody
you know
who
what I mean?
watches this, make sure that
Top
solo
5.
leveling is talked about everywhere. We want solo leveling to come out in animated form. But it was
That's
a big
not
year
the
for
only
manhwas.
manhwa, bro.
God of High School came out. It was animated, and it was a lot of stuff. That's a big moment for 2020 when we talk about that stuff. A moment for me was meeting the Wizard King. I enjoyed meeting the Wizard King in Black Clover. That was a moment in 2020 that I enjoyed a lot.
The Wizard King?
Yeah, I love the
Oh
Wizard King
yeah.
in Black Clover.
Yeah.
Lumiere. It was the Lumiere, right?
Yeah, so I definitely enjoyed that, and getting to see Yuno and Asta kick it up a notch, and watching Yuno do the stuff that Yuno does. And I think it was funny when like Asta was struggling, he was like, "Bro, you moving too slow. I'm gonna have to go beat this thing by myself. Like, what's up?" So I enjoyed their rivalry. That entire moment was dope to me, and so definitely some good Black Clover moments in 2020 for real. Somebody did say Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan season 4 just came out. I heard it's a little wild. I have mixed feelings on it because people keep telling me different things. But I want to watch it. I haven't started watching it. I'm letting the episodes build up so I can enjoy it for real. Because yeah.
Damn. All right. Now, remember when I was saying about the whole when Solo Leveling comes out into like when they animated, like they're gonna cut out certain things and it's gonna like kind of diminish like certain episodes. Just like that's the same thing they're doing with Attack on Titan.
Okay.
Because when I watched,
that's if Solo Leveling gets an anime. I hope it does.
Yeah,
it most likely will. I mean, I hope so.
There's a lot of other manhwas though that I wish would make it into animes that have come out way before Solo Leveling.
You know, there's a ton of good stuff out there for sure. So I mean, I hope that's not the case with Attack on Titan though, Kadeem. I really hope that's
no, it is because I've seen certain panels and I'm not saying, I'm just saying that it doesn't.
Nah, I don't know. I couldn't say for sure, man. Like I said, I don't even think it's even decided that it's going to become an anime.
Gotcha.
It's becoming popular enough.
Well, sure.
So I mean, I'll watch it, and I can't wait to watch it. I enjoyed the last season a lot. I thought it kind of took a little turn or whatever and stuff like that, but that's about that. And I think one of the another big anime 2020 moment, we kind of have to say it because it's kind of a big thing.
Murder.
Demon Slayer came out with a movie, and it shut
I can't believe nobody said
Japan
anything about that.
down.
We didn't see it.
Like I haven't seen it yet, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. But let me tell you, it outsold almost anything in Japan ever. It is a record.
I think it's number 2, right?
It is
That's
wild.
the train arc, right? That's the train arc.
Yeah, it shut down Japan, man. Everyone was
Isn't that supposed to be like the new season, whatever, or it leading into the new season?
It's canon. It's the canon.
No, it's all
movie
canon. Yeah,
for
that's
this
exactly
for
what
the next arc
season should have been.
And so
movie.
it's man.
That's probably why then. Because I feel like it was comics is canon, but if it was non-canon, I don't think it would have done that well.
Oh man, that thing it tore up.
That's
and
true.
It did. The record sales are off the charts. It's bananas. I can't wait to see it. So shout outs to the writer.
I think it became number 2 grossing anime movie. Second to
That's wild, man.
The one with the little girl and all the spirits.
Spirited Away.
Spirited Away? No, I think it passed it.
I think it passed.
So what was
last I
one?
checked? I think it passed it.
I thought you was gonna say Sailor Moon. Yeah.
Let me see right
Yo,
now.
did the Deku and Overhaul fight happen last year?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, that happened.
How was that? Was that really good?
I mean, I have mixed feelings on it because I just don't like what they did with Overhaul in the end. It kind of made him easier to beat, but I know why they were going into like kind of a lot of more emotional problems went into his fight at the end than his normal logical approach.
They couldn't really beat him.
Yeah, his ability is pretty ridiculous. So they were like, we got to make up something. Yeah.
We already know who was able to beat him.
Oh
yeah,
no,
exactly. The king, bro. Come on. Damn it, yo.
If he didn't get his quirk taken away.
I mean, we know who obviously could have beat him. If any like of the real people showed up, that would have been like, come on. No,
the real already showed up. The real was already there.
Who was there at that moment?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
The Million was
really didn't need anybody else to show up. He was fucking this dude up.
Oh, you know, Lemillion. Yeah, no. We here for Lemillion. By the way, Demon Slayer breaks a box office record held by Spirited Away. Edwin is right.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, that's the one when I had last read about it, but I believe it was like number 2 to something. I just don't remember what exactly.
Oh man, that is crazy.
So.
I'm not sure, but I think it might be number 1 now.
It is number 1. It is number 1 now.
Oh, is it?
Spirited Away was number 1.
I read about it was a couple months, probably like 2 months ago. Maybe.
Spirited Away was number 1, and now it is Demon Slayer.
Question. That well,
wow.
I'm not gonna say it was that's a moment, but that Levi versus the Beast Titan, that was last year as well, right?
Yeah, that's 19, and that was gorgeous. That was a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
Real quickly, I don't mean to get back into One Piece, but did they have the episode with the bounty reveal, or no?
Yes.
Oh, did
Whoa,
they?
wait. Yes. No, I don't think
No,
so.
not yet.
No.
I'm not all the way caught up in I'm not all the way caught up in One Piece, so I cannot say for sure. But I do want to let's put a cap on it. We got a lot to talk about, and it's good. We have a lot to talk about in 2021, so we have some episodes coming your way where we're talking about some more anime stuff and a lot of that nerd stuff. You can see there's gonna be One Piece debates on the way, some more Jujutsu Kaisen coming your way.
One Piece opens up the year with chapter
Like-
1000.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes, chapter 1000 chapter. Yes, big thing.
Right.
Big thing.
Yeah, because y'all read, right?
So we have a big amount of topics and things we want to talk about this year. We're grateful that you joined the conversation. Please like, comment, share, all that good stuff. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know we're having a conversation and a meeting of the pillars, so you can join the table. You can be in the conversation in the comments. Please join us in the comments. Let us know what you think. If you have any ideas about topics and stuff, as Nobunaga said before, please let us know in the comments. Some things you want us to talk about and discuss at the table, and so you can join as well. And so let's make 2021 better than 2020, for real. Everybody moving forward and all that good stuff. Happy New Year to you and all that good stuff.
Word.
Black lives matter, and they always will. And remember, stay dirty, my friends.